Have you ever found yourself doing everything you think is right for your health, especially when it comes to that important first meal of the day? Yet your blood pressure numbers just aren't budging. It's frustrating, isn't it? You might be diligently picking foods that seem innocent, even downright healthy, yet they're quietly working against you, subtly pushing those numbers higher. The painful reality is, many of the breakfast choices we've been told are good for us, or that we simply grab out of habit for convenience, are actually loaded with hidden culprits that can send your blood pressure soaring without you even realizing it. It's a secret many don't realize, and it can leave you feeling confused and disheartened about your health journey, wondering why your efforts aren't paying off. But what if I told you that by simply making a few smart swaps and becoming a little more aware at the very start of your day, you could take a significant step towards better blood pressure control? Enjoy more steady energy throughout your morning, and just generally feel better overall. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common, healthy breakfast foods that might be doing more harm than good for your blood pressure. We'll explore exactly why they're problematic and, most importantly, what delicious and truly healthy alternatives you can enjoy instead. These aren't about drastic changes, but about informed choices that empower you. Stick with me to the very end, because I've got something that will truly surprise you about how simple these powerful changes can be to implement into your daily routine. Let's dive right into the first one. A breakfast staple that many of us grew up with and probably still reach for out of habit: instant oatmeal, especially those pre-packaged, flavored varieties. Now, on the surface, oats sound incredibly healthy. Right, they're whole grain, they're fibrous, and they're often marketed with images of vibrant hearts. And plain, traditional oats certainly are fantastic for you. But the instant versions, particularly those little individual packets that promise flavors like maple and brown sugar, apples and cinnamon, or peaches and cream, often tell a different story entirely. The problem with these convenient instant oatmeals isn't the oats themselves, but what's been added to them. Many of these seemingly innocent packets are loaded with an astonishing amount of added sugar. Just one serving can contain as much sugar as a few cookies, often exceeding the daily recommended limit for added sugars in one go. This hidden sugar rush isn't just about weight gain. It can trigger a cascade of effects in your body. When you consume a lot of sugar, your body releases insulin, and over time, frequent sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and damage to your blood vessels, which are all factors that contribute to higher blood pressure. Your body has to work harder to process all that sugar, and this extra strain can be detrimental to your cardiovascular system. But sugar isn't the only stealthy villain hiding in those instant oats. You might be surprised to learn that many of these flavored instant oatmeals also contain a significant amount of sodium. Why? Because salt is a cheap and effective flavor enhancer. It makes those sweet flavors pop and balances out the overall taste. And as we know, excessive sodium intake is a direct link to high blood pressure. Sodium causes your body to retain water, which increases the volume of blood circulating in your arteries, putting more pressure on your blood vessel walls. So, while you might be thinking you're choosing a heart-healthy option, you could actually be starting your day with a double whammy of blood pressure-raising ingredients. So, what's the actionable step here? It's simple, but crucial. Become a label reader. Turn over that oatmeal packet and look closely at the nutrition facts panel. Pay close attention to the added sugars and sodium content. You'll likely be shocked. Instead, choose plain, old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. These are the real deal. Pure oats with nothing added. They might take a few extra minutes to cook, but the difference in nutritional value and impact on your blood pressure is monumental. Once you've cooked them, you can add your own natural flavors: a handful of fresh or frozen berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon or nutmeg, a few chopped nuts like walnuts or almonds for healthy fats and protein, or even a tiny drizzle of pure maple syrup or honey if you need a touch of sweetness. This way, you control exactly what goes into your bowl, ensuring you get all the heart-healthy benefits of oats without the hidden dangers. Now, let's talk about another seemingly virtuous breakfast choice that can sometimes be a wolf in sheep's clothing: the fruit-heavy smoothie. We're often told to eat more fruit, and blending it into a delicious drink seems like a fantastic, quick way to pack in nutrients, especially for those busy mornings. And yes, whole fruits are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, all essential for good health. However, the issue arises when smoothies become an unbalanced, concentrated source of sugar, even natural fruit sugar, or when they include problematic added ingredients. Many people make the mistake of piling in too much fruit into their smoothies, especially high-sugar fruits, without balancing them with other components. When you blend multiple servings of fruit, you're essentially liquefying a large amount of natural sugar, often stripping away some of the fiber that would normally slow down its absorption if you were eating the whole fruit. This can lead to a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels, similar to what happens with processed sugars. Consistent blood sugar spikes can contribute to insulin resistance and inflammation, both of which are underlying factors in high blood pressure and overall cardiovascular strain. Even more concerning are many of the pre-made or store-bought smoothies you find in cafes or supermarkets. These are often loaded with added fruit juices, which are just concentrated sugar without fiber, syrups, and sometimes even artificial flavors or thickeners. Some also include high-sodium protein powders or nut butters to boost the protein content, further contributing to your daily sodium intake without you even realizing it. Remember, sodium can be found in unexpected places, and a seemingly healthy smoothie can easily contribute to your blood pressure woes. So, how do you enjoy a smoothie without turning it into a blood pressure bomb? The key is balance and control. Make your own smoothies at home whenever possible, instead of just fruit. Aim for a balanced blend of greens, healthy fats, and protein. Start with a base of water or unsweetened almond milk. Then, add a handful or two of leafy greens like spinach or kale. You often won't even taste them, but they add a powerful punch of vitamins and minerals. For fruit, stick to 1 or 2 servings, prioritizing lower sugar options like berries. To add healthy fats, which are crucial for satiety and nutrient absorption, include a quarter of an avocado, a tablespoon of chia seeds, or a small spoonful of unsweetened almond butter. For protein, plain Greek yogurt or a small scoop of unsweetened protein powder. Check the sodium content can be excellent additions. This approach transforms your smoothie from a sugar-laden fruit juice into a truly wholesome, blood pressure-friendly meal that keeps you full and energized without the spikes. It's all about making conscious choices that serve your body best. Now that we've discussed instant oatmeal and overly sweet smoothies, let's move on to some other surprising culprits lurking in your breakfast routine. Next up on our list of seemingly healthy breakfast foods that can surprisingly raise your blood pressure is that innocent-looking cup of low-fat or fat-free yogurt with fruit on the bottom. Yogurt, especially plain, unsweetened varieties, is a fantastic source of protein, calcium, and probiotics, which are wonderful for gut health. But the moment you opt for those conveniently pre-flavored, fruit-on-the-bottom versions, particularly the low-fat or fat-free ones, you're stepping into a potential minefield for your blood pressure. Here's the often overlooked truth when manufacturers remove fat from dairy products. They frequently add sugar, and often a lot of it, to compensate for the loss of flavor and texture. Fat carries flavor, and without it, the product can taste bland or even sour. So, to make it palatable and appealing to consumers, they pump in various forms of sugar. This added sugar can be just as detrimental to your blood pressure as the sugar in instant oatmeal or overly sweet smoothies. As we've discussed, these sugar spikes contribute to inflammation and can make your body work harder to maintain blood vessel health, eventually leading to higher blood pressure over time. It's a classic case of what's removed being replaced with something that might be even worse for your health goals. Beyond the sugar, Some of these fruit-on-the-bottom yogurts can also contain hidden sodium. Again, used as a flavor enhancer to balance the sweetness or improve the overall taste profile. It's a subtle addition that can accumulate throughout your day, pushing you closer to that unhealthy sodium limit. Many people choose low-fat options thinking they are doing their heart a favor. But if those options are then loaded with added sugars and hidden sodium, the perceived health benefits can quickly vanish, or even become counterproductive. So, what's the better choice? It's wonderfully simple. Opt for plain, full-fat, or plain Greek yogurt. Yes, full-fat research has increasingly shown that the natural fats in dairy are not the villains they were once made out to be, and they contribute to satiety, helping you feel fuller for longer. Plain yogurt has no added sugars or unnecessary sodium. Once you have your plain base, you become the master of your flavors. Add your own fresh berries, a sprinkle of nuts or seeds, a dash of cinnamon, or even a tiny drizzle of pure maple syrup or honey if you desire a touch of sweetness. This way, you control the ingredients, avoid hidden sugars and sodium, and truly harness the beneficial power of yogurt for your health, including your blood pressure. Moving on, let's talk about another breakfast staple that many consider a healthy go-to whole wheat toast, especially when paired with margarine or commercially prepared jams. For years, we've been encouraged to choose whole wheat bread over white, and that advice is generally sound because whole grains offer more fiber and nutrients. However, even whole wheat bread can be a tricky proposition for blood pressure. The issue isn't the concept of whole wheat itself, but rather the reality of many commercial whole wheat breads. Many brands, even those labeled whole wheat, can still be surprisingly high in sodium. Salt is used in bread making not just for flavor, but also as a dough conditioner and to control yeast activity. So, while you might be thinking you're just eating healthy whole grains, you could be unknowingly adding a significant amount of sodium to your first meal. Beyond that, some commercial whole wheat breads still contain added sugars or refined flours mixed in, diminishing their overall health benefits. Then there are the toppings. Margarine, once touted as a healthier alternative to butter, can often be a source of unhealthy trans fats, though this is less common now due to regulations. It's still worth checking. And again, hidden sodium. Many brands add salt to margarine to enhance its flavor. And commercial jams and jellies, they are almost universally sugar bombs. Even fruit spreads that claim to be natural or fruit sweetened can contain a concentrated amount of natural sugars that, especially in combination with other breakfast sugars, can contribute to those blood sugar spikes we've discussed, impacting your inflammation levels and blood pressure over time. So, how do you enjoy your toast wisely first? Scrutinize your bread label. Look for 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat as the first ingredient, and check the sodium content per slice, aiming for the lowest possible. Better yet, consider artisan breads from a local bakery that use minimal ingredients and less salt. For toppings, ditch the margarine and sugary jams. A small pat of real butter, used sparingly, is a much better choice than processed margarine. Even better, consider healthy fats like a slice or two of fresh avocado, which is packed with beneficial monounsaturated fats and potassium, a mineral that actually helps counteract the effects of sodium in the body and supports healthy blood pressure. Alternatively, a thin spread of unsweetened nut butter, check the label for added sugar and salt, or a few slices of fresh fruit can make for a delicious and blood pressure-friendly topping. Finally, let's tackle one of the biggest and most deceptive breakfast culprits, the seemingly endless array of breakfast cereals. For decades, breakfast cereals have been marketed as a convenient, wholesome start to the day, especially those fortified with vitamins and minerals, or boasting whole grain claims. Many even carry labels suggesting they're heart-healthy or good for cholesterol. But for many, especially those looking to manage blood pressure, these claims can be incredibly misleading. The reality is that most breakfast cereals, even those that appear healthy, are packed with alarmingly high levels of both added sugar and sodium. Manufacturers use sugar not just for sweetness, but also for texture, crunch, and shelf life. You might see terms like corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, dextrose, or various syrups listed among the first few ingredients. All of these contribute to the sugar load, and similar to other processed foods, salt is used liberally in cereals as a flavor enhancer, to balance sweetness, and to extend freshness. Imagine starting your day with a bowl of cereal that contains more sugar than a donut, and a significant chunk of your daily sodium allowance before you've even stepped out the door. This daily sugar and sodium assault can silently but consistently contribute to elevated blood pressure over time. The quick release of sugars from these refined grain cereals can also lead to energy crashes later in the morning, making you crave more sugary foods, thus perpetuating a cycle that's detrimental to your overall health and blood pressure management. Even cereals marketed for their fiber content, like some bran flakes, can be surprisingly high in sugar and sodium, turning what should be a healthy fiber boost into a less than ideal choice. So, what's the solution here for many? The best strategy for managing blood pressure might be to significantly limit or even completely eliminate most breakfast cereals from your diet. If you absolutely love cereal and can't imagine giving it up entirely, your best bet is to seek out very plain, unsweetened varieties. Look for options like plain shredded wheat or puffed wheat that contain only one ingredient wheat. Even then, check the sodium content to ensure it's minimal. Once you have a truly plain base, you can add your own blood pressure-friendly touches: a splash of unsweetened milk dairy or plant-based, a handful of fresh berries, and a sprinkle of nuts or seeds for healthy fats and protein. But truly, for consistent blood pressure control, focusing on whole, unprocessed foods like the plain oats we discussed. Eggs or plain yogurt is often the most impactful choice for your morning meal. Being vigilant about reading those nutrition labels is your strongest defense against these hidden dietary pitfalls. So, we've talked about how those instant oatmeals, seemingly healthy fruit smoothies that are actually sugar bombs, low-fat yogurts laden with added sugars, even your trusty whole wheat toast paired with sugary jams, and many breakfast cereals can silently be sabotaging your blood pressure without you even realizing it. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? These are foods we've been accustomed to thinking of as harmless, even beneficial. Yet the hidden sugars and sodium within them can slowly but surely push those blood pressure numbers higher, contributing to the very health concerns we're trying to avoid. But here's the reassuring part. It's not about being perfect or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about becoming aware, about understanding what's truly in your food, and about making small, informed choices that empower you. Every little step you take towards choosing more real, unprocessed foods, and being mindful of hidden sugars and sodium makes a tremendous difference for your heart and your overall well-being. Think about it. Imagine starting your day feeling confident that you're truly nourishing your body, rather than unknowingly burdening it. Think about how good it will feel to see those blood pressure numbers steadily improve, to have more consistent energy throughout your morning without those sugar crashes, and just feel more vibrant and in control every single day. You deserve to live your life feeling fantastic, full of vitality and health. And these simple changes at breakfast are a powerful and incredibly achievable way to start that journey. It's about gentle shifts, not drastic overhauls. Maybe you start by swapping out your instant oatmeal for plain oats with fresh fruit, or by choosing plain yogurt and adding your own berries. These small adjustments build up over time, creating a ripple effect of positive health outcomes. I'd truly love to hear from you. Have you found any of these healthy breakfast culprits surprising? What are your go-to healthy breakfast ideas that truly support your blood pressure and make you feel great? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could truly help someone else on their health journey, inspiring them with new ideas or showing them they're not alone in making these important changes. We can all learn from each other in this wonderful community. If this video has opened your eyes to some new possibilities for your breakfast, and if it's given you practical, actionable steps to improve your blood pressure, please give it a thumbs up. Liking the video helps us reach more incredible people just like you who are looking to live their healthiest and happiest lives. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more practical, easy to understand advice that can genuinely transform your health and help you thrive at any age. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset, and it's never too late to make positive changes. Keep nurturing your body, keep learning, and keep living your best life at every age. You've got this, and I'm here to support you every step of the way.